Hey, man. So all my buddies canceled on me today, so I don't have anybody coming out to race today. I figured I would clean the track. It's been a while since I really gave it a good cleaning. So I actually already sanded the whole track down. I just was finishing up this last section, sanding the rails. And I use one of these fine sanding blocks. This one's a 320 grit sanding block that you can get at Ace or Home Depot. No, nothing really exciting happening today. I don't know how many people are interested in watching me clean my track, so I don't know. I'll run some cars once I'm done. I will be right back. Hey, Adam. No, I don't. I don't have any Auto World cards on the wall. Only those few AFX ones. Sorry. Although who knows? Maybe the Candy Striper will end up on the wall. So I did finish sanding the, cleaning my rails. But what happens when I clean the rails is you can see the sanding block puts a lot of scuff marks in the white. Even though I'm only trying to clean the rails, it puts all it doesn't look good. You do it and you're like, oh my god, what did I do to my when I did this the first time? But I am going to use some WD-40 because WD-40 is the best thing I found to clean this track. Like it makes the white look brand new. It takes all the tire marks off. Like all that will come right off. You know, there's some debate with the WD-40 that you shouldn't use it because it makes the track slippery. Oh man, I messed up a lot of my numbers. Guess I'm gonna have to replace those. Thankfully, I bought like 100 sheets of numbers off Amazon, so I have plenty of number stickers. But I just realized I scuffed up a lot of those number stickers. Oops. Yeah, like if you look over here, you can see. Really looks, it looks grungy. But the rails are nice and shiny. You can see that. So I am going to start, I'll show you guys a section once I do it. Put this sanding block away. Hey Josh. So I basically take a paper towel and I don't know if you could see, there's a little bit of, I just spray a little bit of WD-40 on it. And I will, I'll show you this one section right here, how nicely the WD-40 takes those scuff marks right off. Puts it right on the paper towel. So I have to do that to the whole track to get it nice and white again. But just paint the track black. It'll still be dirty. Anybody could have a black track. It's no fun. So I'm going to be cleaning this for a little while here. Anybody wants to hang out, appreciate it. I also know it's kind of boring. There, so I just did that. I just did that one section right here. That turn. And I take a clean paper towel and I wipe down as, get off as much of the WD-40 as I can. Keep wiping it down till the paper towel comes up clean. And you can see it's still dirty. Getting there. Yeah. The lighting's not the greatest, but you can see how nice and clean the white looks now. Takes off all those marks. And the WD-40 I think helps protect the rails too. I'm just going to put this view of the whole track while I work on this. Hey Scott, good morning. but gotta do it. Hey, James. I was just showing everybody how I cleaned my rails this morning with the sanding pad, and the sanding block leaves a lot of scuff marks. And I was just showing how the WD-40 really removes all the marks off this white Sintra. It's actually what Viper recommends using. And it also, you can see how black that looks. Rub this and get that to look like brand new. It does take a lot of repetitive wiping down to get, all the WD-40 off. You can see how slick that looks. But it's worth it when I'm done. It makes the track look brand new. I don't do this, but maybe, I don't know. I used to do it quite a bit, but now I'm lucky if I do this once a month. Hey, Dale. It's cleaned the track bit. Nothing very exciting, unfortunately. My buddies canceled on me, so nobody's coming out to race. Well, there was only one guy that was going to come out, but he couldn't make it. So I decided to clean the track since I hadn't cleaned it, like a full cleaning in a while. Certain satisfaction out of seeing all the marks and stuff come off. Seeing it look nice and clean. Main straightaway is done. Time to break out the mower. Grass getting long. it's just a little bit dirty, huh? Hey, Rick. Yeah, it's your fault, Rick, that I'm cleaning this track because you didn't come over to race. So I had nothing better to do. Hey, Roski. Yeah, so just a follow up for anybody who joined recently. I cleaned all the rails with my sanding block, and when I clean the rails with the sanding block. Now, sometimes I just use a Scotch-Brite pad on the rails. It works, but no worries, Rick. But the only thing with using this sanding block that I was showing everybody earlier, and the first time I did this, I thought, oh man, I ruined my track. But the sanding block leaves all these marks. You know, I try just to scrub the rails, but it just leaves all these marks on the track. But you can see I just cleaned this wide radius turn, and you can see how nice the WD-40 takes all those marks off. In fact, I'll show you guys. I need to spray some WD-40. Oops, sorry. Give you a nice view of my hand. So a little WD-40, not a lot, but you know, enough. And when you use the WD-40, it just pulls off all the tire marks. It pulls off all these scuff marks. Really, it does a pretty nice job of cleaning everything. I don't think they're my rails are not stainless steel. Pretty sure, but because they will corrode. Though I've never seen, I mean, my rails have never gotten rust on them or anything like that, but I could see like oxidation and stuff on them. But if you race enough, then they stay pretty clean. So Rick, I was thinking next weekend of going out to Vero. I don't know if you're interested in that. I wanted to get some practice time in before the race in a couple of weeks. Or we can come here and race next weekend, whatever everybody wants to do. I think Ralph will be available next weekend. I haven't been out to the Vero track in a while, so I wouldn't mind going out there. I know you said they had that 6-lane track running. I'd like to check that out. pretty good. All right. Wow, 14 people actually watching me clean my track. Appreciate that. I know it's not very exciting, but gotta be done. Hey, Thomas. sweat. Yeah, I do too. I won't be racing on that track if I can't use my own controller, that's for sure. Yeah, we could run some cars after I'm done cleaning, though it takes a little while for all the, it's not really, uh, it's not really the best conditions to set a new track record because the track is a little slick. But after I run the cars for a little while, it starts to get back to normal. Even though I try to wipe this down as best I can, it's still a little slick after I do this. Gonna have to replace some of these numbers, that's for sure. Ooh, I got some glue left over from when I glued my rails. I could see it. It's shiny. The WD-40 makes the glue residue show up, so if I really wanted to be picky, I can get my Scotch-Brite pad and rub that off. Actually, I see a spot right there that I'm gonna hit that with the Scotch-Brite pad, see how it looks. Yep, Scotch-Brite pad takes that right off. I guess I missed that when I was cleaning up the glue. Of course, now I gotta clean this again with the WD-40. Right there too. Yeah, the only bad thing about cleaning the track for me is I see all the little imperfections. Which there's actually quite a few over the months. I don't know, have I had this track for a year? I can't even remember if I've had this track for a year yet or not. I have to look back. That makes sense, Thomas, about the stainless steel. Stainless steel is also not as flexible as regular steel. It's more brittle. go in here on the inside. Yuck. That looks better. Hey, Dan. What's going on? How's the large scales treating you? Watching Dan get married. The track, after, I guess it's getting close to being a year, it's held up pretty darn well. I've commented in the past on, how kind of soft this material is, but it's holding up. I recently glued all the rails in. I did a project not too, just a few weeks back where I glued all the rails in. That was a lot of work, cleaning all the glue off the rails. But now I don't have to worry about my rails coming up. Actually, I gotta go around this way. But I think the track is still running as good as ever, even if it has a few more nicks and scratches in it. That just means you're having fun and you're using your track, right? I know when the mayor was here recently, he loved it. Couldn't get over how smooth it was compared to his track. The only problem with using paper towels is it catches on the high spots and tears up, and then I get all little pieces of paper towel that are stuck in the slot. I got to go around with a toothpick afterwards and pull out all the pieces of paper towel. Kind of a pain in the ass. We're almost done. Just got this little section left to do. Chris is going to be on your show Monday. Oh, that's cool. Chris is a good guy. I like Chris's voice. He has a very relaxing, soothing voice, don't you guys think? Not like mine, nasally, whiny sounding voice. Chris has a good voice for audio. At least I think so. I don't know, I guess we all probably don't like hearing our own voices, but I know I don't. Getting there. Yeah, right? Must be that clean mountain air. That's it. We're done. We're done with the WD-40. Now we just gotta wipe it down a few times. A few more times. Those rails are looking nice and shiny. So is the whole track. It is kind of worth it when you're done and your track's nice and clean. Till your buddies come over with all these old junk cars that, you know, burn holes in your track. But I won't mention any names. Nah, it didn't really burn a hole. It looked worse than it did. Even if I did almost have a heart attack. All right. She's done. She's done. She's shiny. She's nice and clean. I'll be right back, guys. Just want to wash my hands. Be right back. All right. Now I gotta go around and see if I see any lint balls from the paper towel stuck in the slots. First time I did this, I didn't realize how much lint came off, and I ran a car and it literally stopped. The whole car was full of pieces of paper towel that were in the slots. It's usually worse by where my rails are not continuous because there's some sharper, tears up the paper towel over there. Not too bad. Here's some. There's some pieces right here. Yeah, even though I clean this, when the cars run around it, the pin will gather up all the tiny pieces of lint for me and make a nice lump. All right. Track is on. I'll have to go around later and fix my numbers. I bought this big stack of little number stickers from 1 to 100. I got a whole bunch of them, so if I have to redo my numbers, I got plenty of extras. 14 watching still. All right. I don't know. Is anybody still there? You guys are awfully quiet. Comment section anyway. All right. Oh. Let's see, what should we run? Well, blue lane's good. Oh yeah, dust. Might as well run all the lanes. Let's go over to the red lane. Alright. White lane. Yellow lane. The dreaded yellow lane. Alright. I'm not seeing any comments, so I don't know if you guys are, if my thing is not showing comments or what, or if nobody's really commenting. I don't know if my comments have stopped working. I just refreshed my browser on my laptop here, waiting for the comments to come back up. Or maybe everybody's just quiet. built myself a Viper with the aluminum wheels. So now I have one with aluminum. I did the 3-spoke ones. They look pretty good. I know it's dark over here. You guys can't really see. I was running some of my magnet traction cars this morning, and they were stopping in certain spots. And it was a combination of the pickup shoes, but also my rails were getting a little dirty. So that's what made me want to clean the track. Car's everything's tracking pretty good. This doesn't seem too slippery. Everybody's quiet. All right. Well, you know, it's Sunday. It's a quiet day. Let me see how I was running this Datsun. Yeah, those pickup shoes look like they need to be cleaned. See if it runs any better. These pickup shoes. Yeah, cleaning the pickup shoes makes a huge difference. I haven't run this car in a while, so the pickup shoes were a little oxidized. Not bad for a magnet traction. Although this does have a mean green armature in it. Let's see what kind of lap time this thing does. 5.9 seconds. Wanted to see if we could get under 5 seconds. Under 5 seconds is pretty good for a magnet traction car. That was 6.4. 5.7. 5.6. 5.4. 5.4. Looks like 5.4 is the best I can do. This is one of my faster magnet traction cars, this Camaro. This has the Pro 7 magnets in it with the mean green. Whoa. This is that new Mustang that I got from Adam. Compact. I don't think I was able to get under 4 seconds last time. Nope. No, Rick, those aluminum rims are actually pressed on, just like a plastic hub. I'm going to run some of my fusions. Whoa. Woo, 2.5. Dang, that's pretty good. 2.5 seconds. Yeah, this thing's good. Very happy with that. This is my backup fusion. It's right up there, 2.62. I'm ready to go in the spec racer class. That's why I want to go out to Vero next weekend, Rick. I want to finalize my cars. This way, when we're there on race day, I don't have to be so pressured to figure out which cars I want to run. I like to go out there ahead of time and sort that out. If you want to run any of my cars, I have extras now. I've built a bunch of fusions. If you want to use one of my ceramic super stock fusions, if you're going to compete in that race. How does it work? I don't know. I press it on just like any other, here, I'll show you. These are by that gentleman, Steven, that he sent me 5. I've already used 3 pairs of them. I have 2 pairs left. But they just press on. I mean, I don't know how many times you can press them on and off where they won't stay on good. I don't know if that's a thing. I'm not an expert on aluminum wheels by any means, but these are 250 dual flange, and they literally, I just use my standard press that I have. I just use my Hardin Creek press and press it on the axle, and it press fits just like, I can show you. Hold on, let me find an axle. So here's a standard hardened splined Viper axle. These are good axles. I'm not going to put this on, but you can see how this does not fit in there. You have to press it on. So it's a smaller, slightly smaller diameter than your standard rear Viper axle. I haven't put any Loctite on these. I mean, it's not like I'm going to race competitively with these, but the gentleman who made them sent them to me and asked me to test them out, so I gave him my opinion on them. And they weigh, he actually sent me, what did I do with those extra ones? If you watched the live stream I did the other day where I was showing these off, he sent me these two pairs. I thought this was aluminum, but this is actually made out of magnesium. So the magnesium is actually slightly lighter even than the plastic, where the aluminum came in just a touch heavier than the plastic. Though running the magnesium, aluminum, or against a standard plastic, I didn't see any difference. These ran fine. They do not get loose. They're on pretty darn tight. Maybe if you pull them on and off, they might loosen up over time. I don't know. And then he also made one out of brass. Now this is significantly heavier. It ran okay, but I could definitely feel the car felt different. It felt off compared to the aluminum or magnesium or plastic wheels, which are much lighter. So I guess it threw the balance of the car off. Maybe if I had brass front ends, somebody mentioned that. Or this would probably work well for like a gravity car, a brass weight car. But they look nice, I gotta say. And he does all kinds of different, like you could see, excuse me, you could see all the spokes on that one. And yet this one is just a 4-spoke one. And then this one has a few less spokes in it. It's like a 5-spoke one. The one I used on my, where is it? The one I used on the Viper that I built is only a 3-spoke. I think those look cool. They look good with black wheels, obviously. So yeah, so I have 2 more aluminum pairs, and then I have this magnesium pair. Not sure what I'm going to do with yet. I do have an extra aluminum independent front end, which would pair up nicely with one of these aluminum sets. So who knows? Maybe another build down the road. Maybe when I reach 1,500 subscribers, if that day ever comes. I'm at a little over 1,100 right now, so. Yeah. But yeah, Stephen was nice enough to send me all. I mean, he even sent me a puller with a stronger, like tip in it, because he said the I guess the tip that's in the standard one would bend trying to pull off these aluminum hubs. I guess they're on there pretty strong, pretty tight. Yeah. Yep. I was actually thinking of building a gravity car, so I might actually end up using that that brass rear end. I wanted to do a brass waist car, a Viper. I want to order one of the flex chassis from Viper and use that. Build a but these are all my fusions that I want to test. I'm pretty sure this is my front runner on my track anyway. And it's a slightly different rear tire. These are the RPM purple tires. They're on the same hub from Quicker Engineering. I got these gray tires from Steven at Rooster Racing. I forgot where he said he gets these from. Somebody he knows, I think, makes. I like these tires. They are just slightly less size than the purple on this 250 hub, but they're very, very close if you put them through the tire gauge and put them on the downforce meter. And then I made several different size, all the way down to 416, 418 for the spec racer. So when I go out to Vero, and I have another 420, although these cars are already kind of at 420. So I got those, gonna test those out. And then these three cars are my ceramic super stock cars, also going down to, this is a 420, and then these get a little bit higher. So I'm going to try and figure out ahead of time which cars I want to run on race day, and then this is my Super 7 that I'm going to run in the box stock. Rick, I don't know if you're still on. Did you ever pick up a Super 7? I do have an extra one now that meets our club's tech specs, so if you want to borrow this one, you can. Just use your body. And then these are my Vipers that I run every day on my track. I really like this particular Viper. This thing runs really good. I have these purple RPM tires on a 260 hub instead of 2.5. It's a good combination. It's pretty low. I mean, you can see them. It is dragging a little bit. And then I also have this one that I put the aluminum wheels on. And then these are my higher, these are my low ohm. These are both 2.5 ohm cars. I think this has Cobalt Pro 25 magnets, and this has Neo 35. And then my 2 ohm car also has Neo 35s in them. Pro 10 motor magnets. Well, Rick, if you want to use my my backup car, I will say it's slightly slower than this car that I run as my primary, so you'd be at a slight disadvantage. But Terry from Hardin Creek is actually selling these now specifically for our club. So it's a standard SC or whatever he calls the base model with the standard front end, because that's what we have to run. And it's supposed to be the non-CNC. So technically this front end, which is a CNC hub, is not allowed. You can see that this one has the spokes in it. That's the non-CNC one. And you could do dual flanged rear end. It has a non-balanced armature. Pro 6 magnet. I literally got this car just like this from Terry. It came with the albino tires. These are 420, so he's got this thing pretty low. When it's sitting on the tech block, you can see how low the rear of the car is compared to the front. But it's not dragging. I mean, the magnets are not, they're not touching yet, even with 420s. It's pretty low. But it does handle good, even though it's not perfectly level. But because of how low it is, it rides pretty good. So if you want to pick up your own Super 7 I think he calls it the Super 7 spec stock or something like that. I don't know if I have the club spec. This is what it came in. Club spec P6 magnets, Super 7 SC. That he also hand-picked, so it's a really good running armature. He said it's almost as good as the balanced armature. This thing runs like a 360 on my dyno, where this one standard SC that I built myself runs at like a 320. So but a lot of the guys are now running these Super 7s. See how it does. All right, well, I think that's about it. I'm getting hungry. It's past noon now. It's 12:20. Wow, I've been on for 83 minutes already. I'm gonna sign off and get some lunch. So, anyway, I appreciate
Yellow flag.
you guys hanging out with me while I clean the track. Yes, Steve's aluminum wheels are 250 dual flange hubs, Roski. So anyway, I hope everybody has the rest of the rest of your Sunday is a good day, and talk with you guys probably tomorrow. All right, gang. Take care. Bye.